When we think about universities or higher education, and we think about the narrative about higher education, let's say here in Australia, but it does also apply internationally, one of the things that is really dominant is a narrative around a crisis that is about to hit universities. It's often compared to media crises, the print crisis in newspapers, where there needs to be a dramatic transformation of the institution. This is very interesting because one characteristic of universities that is absolutely critical is longevity. Universities are extraordinarily long-living institutions, and they're very resilient, but they're also very adaptive. I think we often underestimate how adaptive universities are. And one of the things that interests me is that we've had this set of narratives, often driven by the big four accountancy companies, which of course benefit from the potential business disruptive narratives provide. But these narratives, in fact, have missed the greatest challenge to universities of our time, and that is the development of the post-truth era. The big question for universities is now, how do we actually draw on our expertise? How do we draw on our community relationships? And how do we re-establish that sense of credibility, a belief in science, a belief in research-based evidence, and a belief that education actually underpins a sound and a civil society? That is a challenge that none of the disruptive narratives have picked up, and yet it is, in fact, I think, one of the greatest threats to universities.